I just like this scene. I like the smokestack that's sticking out of Rush's head. I like knowing what the plot is right now for this city because we kind of ran in here and don't really care.
Yeah.
All of this and more is contained here in this scene.
You're right. Just this one text box.
Text box 360.
Ha! I get it.
Because this text box makes me want to turn around and run the other way.
Oh, I thought you were making a reference because this came off on the 360.
Yep. I knew that.
Good.
Definitely.
Good. Because we're playing it on the 360.
We've been here for like 30 hours. I definitely know what console this came out on. In 2009? I mean. 7? 2009. Graduated high school that year.
You did?
Did you graduate high school that year?
No.
Did they hold you back?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Best years of your life.
Graduating 2019.
Best 15 years of your life.
I would cry if that was actually the case. I would cry so hard. Kids, middle schoolers that watch this, because we know your middle schoolers watch this.
Yep, that's my demographic. That's my target demographic, buddy.
You're not gonna like high school.
Nope.
High schoolers, get out quickly.
Run. Go back to middle school. Demote yourself.
Either run back as fast as you can or run forward as fast as you can.
Whatever's closest.
Either prove yourself that you don't need the rest of high school, or prove that you can just drop out, get GED. That's fine.
Listen to Quincy Beowulf. Quincy Beowulf has a good job at a good company, and he says kids don't stay in school.
I'm jobless right now.
Oh yeah. Well, Conqueror Goon stole the Amethyst tag, and the volcano's been getting ready to blow.
Who's getting ready to blow?
The volcano's getting ready to blow Rush and Sully Sylvester and the QB kid.
Wow, all three of us. Okay then. Woo! That is gonna be one hot blow job.
Blue.
Yep. Whoop, there ain't nothing we can do.
Really putting the megma in smegma.
Ah! Get out!
I was rapidly trying to think of the worst thing I could possibly say.
You succeeded. God,
Magma.
you succeeded. That's fucking disgusting.
Magma in my volcano.
Ugh. Please do not speak again.
Sully Sylvester wants magma.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got
In
two
my
over
volcano.
here. That's right.
Do you have one for each hand? Is that how that works?
Yeah, I do.
Hells yeah.
Now I need 10 polished scales.
And 2 more dragon bones.
I'm
Necro
feeling
dragon
close.
bones.
But
What are we doing today? The world is
that's
your
not it.
oyster. And by world I mean we don't really want to go do the plot, right?
no, we don't. I definitely don't want to because
Last time we tried that, we got our ass kicked and barely made it.
multiple times. So why do that when we can not do that?
I agree, QB.
Hey, I'm glad that you
That is
agree.
the opposite option.
Hey, we're gonna talk to this little dude. He has a giant blade face.
Oh, I like his big tummy. He looks like me.
Yeah.
That's me. If I were in this video game, I'd look like him.
Because you have a blade on your face?
Yep. All blue. Big tum. Looks very pettable. Except for all the knives everywhere.
Oh, this tum and this blade right on your nog. Eggnog.
Wow. Haggis has so many friends.
Yeah.
That puddle is huge next to them. They're
Yeah.
gonna drink it all.
They ain't.
Let's get cranked tonight, boys.
I find it hilarious that Pagus, who we thought was one of the more ridiculous characters in this game because he tried selling us car insurance all the time, does not have the most ridiculous outfit of his race that we have seen so far in
He's
this game.
actually like the chillest person.
Yes, he is.
Look how happy he is.
He's with his Geico friends. So, have you been selling car insurance to anyone lately?
How's the insurance business going, Pagus?
Well, Geico in Australia has been doing pretty well, if you ask me. Oh, I didn't know Australians had cars.
They use the metric system.
Ah,
So they'll save you 45% off on insurance.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, percents work totally different down there.
I see. What?
Yep.
Oh,
Very different from the royal system. The
You sure?
imperial system.
that sounds like you're lying to me.
Oh, the Fifth Path! I love that band.
Yeah.
What was their hit song?
Jesus rained down on me.
Rain that hot, sweaty magma down on me, Jesus.
Because, you know, the Fifth Path came out in 1993.
Right, the exact decade that we established last episode.
That
Every Christian rock band that will ever exist and has ever existed was started.
Yeah, all in the 1990s.
Yep. That's still a weird fact.
It is really weird.
I thought things would change, but then when I got this job back at middle school, it's like, nah, they're still listening to the exact same stuff I listen to.
They're listening to Christian rock band?
Yeah. I mean, if they're kids whose parents are Christian and they go to church, and that means they listen to the same things I listen to because that's how I grew up.
Oh, I didn't know that. Huh.
And I'm, you know, as someone who works in middle school, every day I watch culture escalate
That
to
doesn't
ridiculous
sound good.
degrees.
Okay.
I'm watching this like ecosystem of floss dancing dabsters every day with their drones and their new iPod X's. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
All that stuff
I'm
is true
lost.
though. That was all
Okay.
today. And
all in one day.
yep,
Oh, God.
they all come in with their Rockstar energy drinks with triple caffeine, and
They drink energy drinks?
oh yeah,
Come on, let's kick some ass.
sip it throughout
Okay.
the day, just like little adults.
Just like, okay.
So I'm watching culture rapidly progress at alarming rates
Okay.
every single day of my life. And then to have people be like, "Oh man, I caught this Reliant K album that just came out," and I was like, "What?" And I had to look up all this stuff, and they were like, "Yeah, it's so good." And Skillet just put out a new album too, and I'm like,
All those bands still exist?
how does culture move forward except for the one culture I hated the most, Christian rock culture? Stagnant. Completely stagnant, which is honestly fine. It's an industry that can easily support the 20 bands that it produced.
Yeah, it's true.
They can just keep doing the giant megachurch circuits for the rest of their lives, like
I
they're
thought you were
fucking
gonna say-
casino bands.
I thought you were going to say the mega circle jerk.
The megachurch mega circuit, 150 cc's mirrored. Double carts only, all items. For Jesus. In the Jesus cup. The Holy Sacrament cup.
You know what the most OP card is?
What's the most OP cart?
Jesus God.
Jesus
And the
God.
double dash.
You combine the Father, the Son, and you put them in the Holy Spirit cart, and you got yourself a perfect Trinity.
Oh God, that's a hilarious way to, like, make it
Hey, kids.
relatable.
I should be a youth pastor.
Yeah, go for it.
I technically am. You know,
Kind
working at a
of.
middle school, I
Yeah.
technically am. My current gospel is the gospel of furries. I am absolutely working my dangdest to put some dang furries in the school and just kind of like, you know, idly introduce the concept and be like, ha ha ha, this is so funny. Look at these weirdos dressing up in fursuits. Oh, aren't they expensive and don't they look nice? And they're just like, oh, that's so weird. Ha ha ha. Look, you could wear this or I could wear this. And then they start to notice some things about themselves. And then I win.
And then they start noticing that their parents have some in their garages.
It'd be
As
like
you
that
told me.
sometimes.
Yeah, I remember that story.
We all have skeletons in our closets. Some of our skeletons are shaped like fursuits.
And
And
less
some of our
skeletons and
fursuits.
more like skin.
And some of our fursuits look like skeletons.
This is just the beginning.
I hope to put
There's furries and there's boners. And there's scalies.
I just realized if furries had the same fandoms that we did, Instead of fursuits, they'd be skin suits.
Oh no! Hey QB, that's really bad.
Woo!
Can you just attack these guys with all of your arts?
I am.
I love
Everyone's
that
attacking.
everything in this military simulator, this fantasy military simulator that is The Last Remnant, is all about arts. The
Yeah.
art of combat and the art of magic.
I mean, you know what it is with like Eastern traditions. They all call it arts, martial arts. Yeah.
I don't think I ever got that.
Well,
I guess I get what is artistic about martial arts.
yeah.
That's very clear.
Yes, exactly. And that is what it is.
Why would that apply to, like, why would applied martial arts also be itself an art?
Well, a lot of it is based off of, like, a lot of the practice is based off of the arts form aspect. Like the, oh god, the kata in Japanese is just the premeditative dance that you do repeatedly every single day. And then one day you're gonna be like, oh, my body, my muscles are trained to swing a sword this way.
Right, I get that. I just don't know if I see applied military strategy as something that's inherently artistic, or like something that would be itself an art in the same way as I don't see like technical design.
Well,
I guess it could be an art.
yeah, you need to read some Sun Tzu. Also, have you ever watched that one Keanu Reeves movie? Where you know how Keanu Reeves had that one trainer that helped teach him, like, here's stage kung fu for The Matrix, and it kind of carried on to the rest of his career,
Right.
like John Wick and stuff.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves actually produced a movie where his trainer was the main character, and the entire thing was like, hey, I'm trained in this really passive art form, but it's actually really badass if you actually put it to use.
Oh, I guess
And so that's the...
I get
a lot
that.
of it, yeah.
I get that. Just I don't know if I'd say at this scale. And maybe this is a little too much of like, hey, this is not art. This is not art at all. Kind of gatekeeping that doesn't actually
I mean,
work.
you kind of are.
There's just something really fucking weird about being like, oh yeah, you know, America's conquest of the Middle East, very artful. Sun Tzu's, the way they apply Sun Tzu's knowledge, very well done.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's a little beyond the pale in a lot of ways. That's why I'm looking at this game.
That's because you don't see America as beautiful or having an art form of any kind. Because you hate your country, your military, and every citizen within it.
I'm not a patriot, and I hate all of the American peoples.
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yep. That's true. Otherwise, you would see the beauty in our savage, barbaric
I
war
just want to
rampage.
take this artless country and destroy it. Question mark?
You got that right. You couldn't have pinned the nail on the donkey any further, closer to the butt. Man, you
Damn, QB, this last 15 minutes has gone some places.
you're good at psychoanalyzing yourself and your hatred of your own country.
Yeah, I guess I am. What do you find if you psychoanalyze yourself? Hey, I had a moment today where a friend reminded me
Yeah?
of how I worked with social media like 5 years ago.
What do you mean?
And they were just like, hey, remember when these tweets happened? And I had to confront my past from 5 years ago because Twitter just saved all of that. And I was like, oh no.
That sounds awful. I remember me 5 years ago. That was not good.
I was extremely aggressive online
Ah, I see.
during a period in time, because that was 2013.
Yep.
That was the period of time in which being aggressive online was very dangerous.
That was right before Gamergate, yeah.
Yep.
A year before, yep.
And it just made me realize that, wow, over the last 5 years, I really chilled out online because I learned that if you don't chill out online, you die.
Yeah.
And ever since that time period, I've really like laid way off of tweeting anything. And I was like, oh, that's kind of sad, actually. I felt like weirdly sad that I have not tweeted in 5 years. Like, there's just a 5-year period of time where it's just like, man, all the things that I could have said and helped people through, and how I used to like talk so freely on Twitter with other people, and now I'm just like, nope, not gonna talk to them, not gonna tweet anything, just gonna read Twitter, get the news and information I need, and then leave.
Yep.
I just take from Twitter now, and it's like, oh, that's... Anyway, that's how I psychoanalyzed myself, like an hour ago,
That's
with the help of my friend.
That's how I feel myself doing a lot too. But you know what? Because you're less on Twitter, you're more with people. Which sounds kind of garbage and like technophobic. But honestly, the first thing I noticed when we first met up was the fact that you never looked up at me. You always had your nose in your phone.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Huh. That sounds right. I guess that's it. I don't know. That's so weird because I have such a bad memory. I have no idea how things were 5 years ago.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't remember it being so like standoffish in any way.
Because
I know I'm not now.
Yeah, I know you're not now. And at the time, I just like made one mental note. I was like, huh. And then just, boop, gone.
Sure.
Yeah. Because, like...
Wait, did that just overkill you?
One of my guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just one of them.
Yeah. Not
least
not the whole
favorite
party.
one.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's very much like...
Oh yeah,
okay.
look at her on the ground. That's Nora or something, I think. Yeah, rip in fucking peace, Nora. you got poisoned. That was a one-hit KO move. That person just was like, hey, goth girlfriend, boop, you dead. Damn.
She's gone.
Sorry, you said you were making a mental note, and...
Yeah, it was just a quick mental note, and then was like, maybe he has something important to tend to today. Oh well.
I did not.
It's okay. I learned that quickly.
Nope, now I'm all about Discord, which is much more intimately connected.
That's true. You don't have people that you don't like everywhere.
Oh yeah, it's been really nice.
Yeah.
Which is all I used Twitter for back in the day. Was just talking to local friends.
Ah, I see.
Or beyond local friends.
Ooh. Spicy. Oh, this is a big door right next to, whatchamacallit?
You think this is the one? Ooh, battle rank 49, we're almost to 50.
I know, it's exciting. But yeah, I think we might be close to the end of the dungeon. Given that the, do you want to go back to the overworld was right there.
Yep.
Another big door.
The final fortress of Siebenbur. Which backwards is read as rub nabies?
Huh.
If you wanna, you can rub all the nebbies in this room.
I don't see why not. I mean,
Ew.
if they're giving us the option.
Is that an enemy? Ah! Is that a mech
hope-
suit? Can you get into that?
I hope that's not an enemy, because that looks kind of terrifying, and I do not want to fight it.
The last Remnant was a good game. I bet you could get into that
Ah,
and fight a boss inside of it.
I was wrong. This is not the end. The door is shut.
Oh, nuts. This is the wrong end?
This is the wrong end.
This is
Sully.
the ass end of the fifth path. Can't believe Christian rock band The Fifth Path has screwed us again.
First on its message, then on its direction. I'll never trust it again.
You ever feel like you changed a lot over the last few years?
Oh, definitely. Like,
Have you had other people confront you and tell you that you've changed a lot over the last few years? Either directly or indirectly like I have?
yes. Well, not over the past few years, but like years ago, I was a quote-unquote nice guy. You know, one of those gross people.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And then someone was like, yeah, you suck. I don't want to be your friend because of
Whoa.
A, B, and C. I was like, oh my god, you're right. So, yeah.
Did you feel like you were manipulating people in a way that you weren't aware you were doing that?
Yes. And looking back at it is like, ah, yes. That is very gross.
Wah!
Oh, that's a giant dragon.
Maddox, get out of there! That's a
Yeah.
dragon! Lava Fender's bristling backside. That's a dragon.
We're all here.
Pegasus! Pegasus is gonna save us.
Yeah.
Pegasus runs in. I'm here to save you. Me and 17 of my best friends.
Ooh.
We have arrived.
Don't you worry about that.
Literally everyone's behind them. Hey! Oh,
We're
dragon you got. I
here.
see. I see you have dragon problems.
Oh.
Did you see that flash? Because that damage definitely flashed a 420 followed immediately by a 609.
I did not see that.
Okay. Y'all can scroll that movie back because that happened. First hit on this giant weed dragon.
I believe you.
Blaze it. Nice.
Ah, it resists poison.
It's a dragon. Of course it does.
You can poison dragons sometimes in D&D.
I have no idea.
I mean, as long as
I guess
it's
there's
not
nothing
Green
in
Dragon.
lore that says you can't poison the dragon.
Bingo.
Everything else, you can't heat them up or freeze them, but
Looks like we're up against quite the
their
number.
scales are impervious to physical strikes.
Yeah.
But I guess I've never heard of you poisoning a dragon.
Yeah. Of course. I
Damn,
mean,
those hobbits should have just poisoned that fucking dragon.
did
Smog.
they know where to go to get the dragon? Also, there was only one hobbit.
Them hobbits. The royal them hobbits, I mean. Singular.
The singular royal. Did you ever watch?
Wow.
Did you read The Hobbit?
Yes, I did. I don't remember it because it was very long time ago, as we've established this episode. If it happened 5 years ago, in my life, I don't remember it at all.
Okay, that's fair.
I do remember, though, I was in 9th grade, just starting high school, and I was reading The Hobbit, and I got halfway through it before I got very bored.
Okay.
And it was one of the last books that I read for pleasure. Because throughout all of middle school, I read all of the Redwall books, really liked them, and then was like, The Hobbit, a natural progression. Except The Hobbit is very boring, and Redwall very is not boring.
Yeah. That is a good way to look at it. Because that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. I don't remember a lot of Redwall, I just remember it being very nice and violent.
I never read Redwall. I only know it from BrickCon. Omni
Wow.
Strike.
The Lego convention? Did they do a lot of Redwall construction in the Lego convention scene?
There was a year where a good friend of mine did Redwall. It was a collab.
Abbey.
It was a collab Redwall between like several different artists.
Cool. Did they build the Abbey? Maybe
I
a diorama of the Abbey with like stuff inside, because that would be dope, and that is exactly what I would build too.
It might have been. I don't.
Bunch of mice and badgers and stuff inside of a big Abbey.
I don't quite remember that much.
So I don't know if you know the Redwall gimmick, but it's all animals in
Yep.
a fantasy like D&D-esque setting.
Yep, furries. Yep.
Furries. So it's all animals. When I was reading it, I was always very confused because I was not sure if this was just a really small abbey and all of the animals were to scale normal-sized creatures, or if they were all just hanging out in a human-sized abbey, like not really able to do anything inside of the abbey that like normal humans would do.
Okay, yep.
Like they have like shelving and like cooking stations that they use, but they're all human-sized, and they just have to climb all over shit to use any of it. For some reason, in my like middle school brain, scales were not clear to me.
Well, that's because you were trying to use the Australian scale system.
Of course, everything's much bigger in Australia.
That's true. Everything's also a
Metric
lot
system.
deadlier in Australia.
Is Australia even on the metric system?
Yes.
Canada is. Australia is. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because they're all part of the Commonwealth.
Yeah. Do you know who isn't on the metric system?
India, I want to say.
No, they're on the metric system.
Really? It's America, and there's like 2 main countries. But who is it? I don't remember.
America.
No, there's 2 other. There's one other like major country that uses it.
Do you really think anybody else would be that dumb?
Yes. Everyone loves doing the dumb things America does. That's a very consistent thing in
You're right in that aspect.
American
But-
politics.
You're right in that aspect, but in this case, everyone else is like, hey, why don't we follow everyone else?
Oh, you want to bet?
Yeah.
You want to bet?
Yeah, let's make a bet.
Okay, Google. Countries. Oh god, it's mad at me because I said okay, Google while typing. Okay, Google. What countries are on the imperial system of measurement?
According to Quora, of all the countries in the world, only 3 still use the archaic imperial system of weights and measures.
Damn.
Liberia,
Damn. All
Wow.
right, they got me. It's Liberia, Myanmar, and us,
Yep.
the US of A. Damn. they're-
Only 3 countries use the archaic system.
I am so very-
Idiot.
Idiot baby stupid system of weights and measures. Okay, I don't want to be owned anymore. Let's change the subject, QB. Did you see that thread on Twitter recently that was all about standard units of measurement?
Yes.
There was this really cool Twitter thread talking about how they standardize units. What's the word? Not imperial units.
Metric units?
Metric units, I guess. Sorry, standardized units. So how do we as humans define what a kilogram is? Mm-hmm. What is a second? Mm-hmm. What is
Yep.
what are the other? There's 6. There's only 6 units of measurement. Everything else is based on those units.
Well, you have
It's-
time, volume, distance,
Yep. The meter
speed,
and a liter.
or velocity.
No. Because that's meters per second.
Yeah. All I remember is those 3.
Electric current, which is I think amperes, or unless I might be a little off on that one, but yeah. So to measure any of these, you need a constant physical force in the universe to base it off of, something that will always be the same no matter what. So speed is based on the speed of light.
Okay.
Or speed, or time. Sorry, time is based on the speed of light. Because the speed of light, we have a very good reason to guess, is not going to change ever till the heat death of the universe.
Yep.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
We used to base it on a pendulum swing, which is based on the gravity of the Earth,
Yep.
which is solid, but not nearly as solid as
Speed of light.
the speed of light,
Yeah.
whose physics is based on light, as opposed to the size of the Earth and the gravitational pull of the Earth and a lot of
Yep.
other dependents.
Yep.
So it's cool how, like, over hundreds of years, scientists have been like, I've got a better idea. Instead of... and the unit doesn't change.
Yep.
Just how we measure it changes.
To more, to safer, more reliable bases.
Yeah. Except for the kilogram.
Yep. It was still, here's a weighted thing in Paris, and we weigh it every 5 years.
There is just a rock in Paris that weighs 1 kilogram, and every 5 years, they check and see, does it still weigh 1 kilogram? And then when they say, yep, it still weighs 1 kilogram, they go, excellent.
Yep.
Good job, team.
Yep. Although what's really interesting is time. How that was, like, how
thought time
long
was-
a minute is.
I thought it was, based on the speed of light?
No, it was originally like, it is this many, there are this many seconds and that it takes to rotate the sun. And how many seconds it takes to rotate, to go through a full 24 hours. But now it is how often a cesium particle rotates.
Oh, you know what? You're totally right. I was thinking of distance. Meters is based on the speed of light.
Yeah.
Meters and kilometers is based on the speed of light, because the distance light can travel is pretty fixed.
Yep.
Right. And so time is based on the eradication of a cesium particle,
Yep.
like the half-life of a cesium particle.
Yep.
Once that cesium particle goes away, all right, that's the second.
Yeah, it's so
did it.
cool.
And so then scientists just check, all right, cesium, you still there? Nope. All right, good. Because the time that a molecule or a element will disintegrate is gonna pretty much always be the same
Yep.
forever and ever until Kingdom Come and the universe implodes.
Yep.
The end.
It's so cool.
It's so cool. When I can get my science right, it's so cool.
When I can get my science right.
Solon.
Ah, shit.
Not right about many things, but trying to do better.
That's how we all should be. Not right about many things, but trying to do better.
Hey, QB, we've
Yeah.
learned a lot this episode, and we've had a really great time. I have. I'm going to speak for everyone, actually. We all collectively had a great time. Tomorrow, can we learn more about this nice man with a beautiful mustache that
Yes,
wraps entirely around his head?
He has such a big mustache.
Just keeps going. It's like a pincer.
I love this man. Let's talk to him tomorrow.
On Sully Sylvester and the QB Kid. What happened today? It feels like it started 5 years ago, so I've already forgotten.
We honestly discussed a lot of cool things.